Hey, how you doing? Come along. I'm Lou Vickery, and I'm excited that you are here. So come on in and join me for a few minutes. I have something today I want to talk about that it's kind of been a staple of mine for years. And when I did speeches and on a regular basis, and excuse me a second, I get to straighten up here. But listen to your doer. Well, what is your doer? Well, I think it's something that's planted right in the middle of our stomach. You see, it starts telling you when you need to get active and be engaged in something. I often tell the story of two frogs. They're just hopping along, minding their own business, and they make a leap and land into a pail of buttermilk that was sitting on the ground. And one of the frogs said, "This is it. It's all over with." And he sputtered and he gulped, and the next thing you know, he appeared out of sight. I don't know, can you appear out of sight? Well, he was out of sight. The other frog wasn't eager to join his friend, so he listened to his doer right in the pit of his stomach. It says, "Start smart and keep kicking." So he kicked and he kicked and he kicked some more. All the time he kept getting more and more tired, but he just wouldn't give up. Pretty soon the kicks got slower. They got harder to do. He was running out of energy, but suddenly he could feel some footing. He could stand. You see, the pail of buttermilk had turned to butter. The frog, who wouldn't give up, hopped out of the bucket and lived happily ever after. I've always enjoyed the stories. Once upon a time, and at the end, they lived happily ever after. Well, how do you live happily ever after? I think one of the things we understand and we've talked about before is it takes no talent to be a quitter. Those who give up and quit at the first time or the first sign of trouble are going against God's grand design. In his great wisdom, God planted that doer right in the pit of our stomach for a purpose. That doer, it will gnaw at us and stay with us until we do what we need to do to move ahead, to expand our horizon. It's also there to aid us to complete a task once it's started. Taking measured risk is a price that we must pay to make progress in anything we do. We've talked about that. Those who are afraid to take even minimal risk may avoid the pain that comes with attempting something big and failing. But they also forfeit the deep felt sense of well-being that comes to those who extend themselves beyond the ordinary to seek the extraordinary. To fail at something that can enhance your life and my life would not generate our biggest regret. It's what we fail to attempt at all. There are possible consequences when you fail to listen to your doer and do nothing, just as sure as there are consequences when you attempt something and fail. But when you make the effort, even if you come up short, you have the satisfaction of knowing that you gave yourself every chance to succeed. You took the risk to extend yourself beyond the fear of failure to the anticipation of something even greater in your life. So if you're not big enough to risk failure, you will rarely be big enough to enjoy a high level of success. In other words, if you're afraid of failing, you shift the odds in the favor of failing. You see, when faced with a challenge that can make a difference in our lives, what we need is a courage to tune into our doer. From this vantage point, you see, we can do something very special. It puts us in a position to start smart, to enjoy something better in life. Start smart. There's no magic formula for developing a start smart attitude. It simply is to listen to your doer and then explore the options that are available to you and get started. Realize that the future is always uncertain. But by making a smart start, we make the future less uncertain than it otherwise would be. A great tool in building a start smart attitude is to draw energy and encouragement from the successful people around. These are the ones who recognized long time ago that they had to act on their doer with courage and conviction. These are the individuals who, through bravery and audacity, tapped their deepest resources and their expanded capacities to step out to do things that they were formerly afraid to do. So here's the key. When you're faced with a life-changing challenge or opportunity, listen to your doer, weigh your options, and start smart. We don't need courage to face what we already know. We need courage to face the uncertainty of the future. Every opportunity to fear is also an opportunity to know something better. I'm Lou Vickery, author of Soon to Be. In fact, we will probably announce in our next session the title of our new book, book number 25. I'm so excited that I've had over these months, these opportunities to share things with you. Visit my website and you can see the books that are still in print. You will find them at www.awiseword.life/library. So until we meet again, you keep a smile on your face, you keep happiness in your heart, and you keep optimism on your tongue. See you soon.